Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday. I'm Code Red.
And I am your resident blonde Asian.
And you are listening to the 100%. Ooh, I like that. 100% Tuesday podcast. So, welcome. We have a little bit of housekeeping to do. Last time we were talking about what horology was, that it might actually be something that I am really good at, a prodigy at, you know.
And it turns out horology is a word, but spelled with an H.
Yes.
So there's that.
There's that. And we drew a word last time. Our word is mustaches. Oh.
Yeah.
That makes me think of a stinky mustache.
I mean, mustaches. I feel like this one could be funny.
Could be.
I mean, because you could think about like those like handlebar mustachios.
My uncle has a handlebar mustachio.
Does he use like wax?
Yeah.
And stuff? I don't know. Like facial hair on a dude, like it wasn't my thing. But like now I can't be picky.
I mean, yeah.
But like the full beard thing, like even if it's neatly manicured, I can't. Especially now with everyone wearing masks.
Yeah. And then you got the mask that's like here, and then you got the beard underneath it.
That's like a jumbo beard, and
I'm not digging that, no. But you know,
like, what are you hiding under there? What's under there? Like, I want to know.
You know what? I don't get so it's November? It's like no shave November or something like that.
Correct.
And men grow mustaches. I don't get that.
Yeah, who started that?
Who decided that growing a mustache? I mean, I know it's like it's for a cause,
like,
right?
I think like cancer awareness or something. We're unsure, but
yeah.
It's for a cause. I'm pretty sure.
It's a reason behind it, yeah. And I know that they do it at like athletic teams will do it, and you know all
offices or whatever.
But I don't know what it's for.
So they didn't do a good job with their branding.
But I know they do it, and I don't think every man should grow a mustache. That's all I'm saying.
The other thing I'm thinking is that you can't, like, shave your mustache and donate it. Like, you can donate your hair.
Right.
But, like, what purpose does you having facial hair have?
And there's nothing worse than facial hair that's not well groomed. Right?
Yeah.
Ooh, stinky facial. Ooh.
I mean, I've been fortunate enough to not have to be in the presence of a man with stinky facial hair, but you could tell it's a possibility.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. Yeah, I like a little scruff though.
Well, that's sexy.
Yeah, it is.
But a mustache on its own, like, I can't quite get behind.
I know, I can't.
Because it's an intention.
Famous mustaches, Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, I still don't like it.
The Peanut guy.
Does
Mr.
he have
Peanut?
a mustache?
Does he? I feel like he does. He has a monocle and a top hat.
So a mustache should follow if he's like the Monopoly guy.
Oh, that is a famous mustache.
That's a very famous mustache.
Yeah.
But also there's like the Fu Manchus. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Like I used to play MK3 specifically all the time. And then I never played anything again. And then I started playing MKX, which is Mortal Kombat 10.
Do you remember going to Pizza Huts where they had Mortal Kombat?
See, that was like, I didn't play that one. I played the one right after it.
Okay.
So you're close.
Okay.
And the thing is that, so between 3 and 10, there were several.
Okay.
Mortal Kombats, right?
Wow.
I didn't play those. Okay?
Okay.
But, so our friend,
yep,
you know, he got me into it again because we'd always talk about how we played, but we never played together because neither of us owned like a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that.
So that one came out and he had a PlayStation, so he got it. And apparently between 3 and I think it's 10, I could be wrong, it got so crazy that when they got to 10, they were like, let's go back to basics. So when I played it, I was like, oh, this is a lot like...
Yeah.
So, like, how crazy could it get, I bet you're asking?
I mean...
I looked up some of the finishing moves. And, like, one is where they, like, rip the spine out.
I think I remember that.
It's like, finish her. And then it's like,
yeah.
they, like, beat them up with their own
spine. That's pretty messed
great,
up.
though.
I mean, you got to really piss someone off for them to take your spine and beat your ass with it.
It's Mortal Kombat with a K.
That's true. Oh, yeah. With a K. Why do you think it's with a K?
No idea.
No idea.
I was going to take a guess at it, but, you know, I feel like we talked a lot about educating ourselves, and I don't think I should guess why it's a K.
Okay.
I'm sure someone out there knows the answer.
Someone probably does. If we had a telephone line to phone in, we could do that.
We do,
right
but...
now. We're not really set up for it at the moment.
No.
But it's a possibility one day.
I'm going to beat you up with your own spine.
Ouch.
Remember that time at Renaissance? This is one of my favorite stories. Like,
which one?
I think we're very
okay.
evenly paired when it comes to anything, right?
Okay.
But at the Renaissance Fair, there was this, like, I don't know if it was a game, but I know you paid something to do it. You sit on a log and put your legs around it. You get a bag of hay, and it's like a pillow fight.
Yep.
And I really wanted to do it, and no one would do it with me. I was like, will you do it with me? You're like, no.
I did do it.
Not with me.
Not with you,
No,
no.
but the point is with me. Or like, no one just wanted to do it with me. Apparently.
I don't know.
You were like, no, you're crazy. I think you could do something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Knock me down.
I mean... Mortal hay fight. And
you threw spears?
No, that was this past summer.
Okay.
That prior time, the prior time, I did throw an axe.
Axes,
and I got one.
Yes, I remember that.
And they gave me, I think, Mardi Gras beads.
Okay. Yeah, there was a little booth. You got prizes. They didn't do the prizes this year.
Which made no sense to me.
Well, the panini got in the way.
Should have just eaten it.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I knew you were going to say that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm lame. That's cool. No, it's fun. Remember your costume for the first time?
That was terrible. That was not good. But I did step my game up.
You did.
I was more than willing. That's how you probably knew that I locked into like possible best friend mode.
Yeah.
Because I got there, I was like, this is not acceptable.
Oh, him and I were not about to let you walk around.
He was okay with it though, and I think he was okay with it because he didn't think I was going to come back.
Okay.
Because he thought I was going to hate it.
He thought you were going to be like, it's muddy. It's in...
I mean, it
is.
It's muddy.
It is. It totally is. But you know what? You were feeling the vibe there.
I was like, I know I want to fit in, and this is not helping.
Right.
I enjoy this already.
Right.
I've been here 7 minutes, and that's when I went in there and I said, do you take credit card? Because I'm not walking around like this. And it was actually like a tank top, like, it was
a wife beater.
Right. I don't think wife beater is the correct word now.
What is it? Ribbed tank top?
Ribbed crew neck tank top. But there's a shorter name.
Yeah.
Housekeeping. It was that with this, like, the skirt was perfect.
Oh, the skirt was great. And the belt, that one with the skirt,
very
that's great.
Esmeralda-ish. The belt, not so much. It was actually an Abercrombie belt that I took off the owl.
Oh.
Brian did not like the belt.
You know where I got my one belt from that
Where?
just like loops in? Fashion Bug.
Oh.
I was still living.
Do they still have Fashion Bugs?
I don't know.
I know Dots doesn't exist.
No.
Does it?
Rave. Oh.
I wasn't old enough to shop there, but I got in right before.
I had a friend in high school that
Contempo.
I never know.
That's like Wet Seal.
I
It was
know.
Contempo first, then Wet Seal, and I was like, why is it Wet Seal?
You know what's funny? I
gross.
didn't shop at many of those stores. I was a New York and Company. And what else? Like Kohl's. When I didn't really, New York and Company was a big one.
Well, see, the thing is, my mom, this is going to just make me sound so bad, but my mom wasn't into me getting clothes from Target or
Right.
like Rave. Like I remember like being like, Mom, I can't wear these shirts from Nordstrom. I want to get clothes at Target and Kmart.
Yeah.
Because like I was embarrassed.
Kmart was a big one when I was growing
But
up.
like I was embarrassed because everyone's like, you didn't get this from Target or
Ugh.
Kmart, and I'm like, no, I have Saks. Like it was one of those things. Like my mom took very good care of me, and I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Like one time I brought a purse to school. I was in second grade, and the teacher called my mom.
Oh my God.
And she's like, I just wanted to give you a phone call and let you know, your daughter came to school and she had a Gucci bag. And she said it was hers.
Yeah.
And my mom's like, yeah, that's my hand-me-down. Done.
Absolutely.
I didn't realize what kind of league that was until I was probably 21, 22. Like she kept me.
I would have had no idea.
Yeah, she just like kept me in that world, but I did know I was different because I didn't have the Target brand shoes. Like she didn't let me wear Keds. Bad for my feet. Apparently, jelly shoes and Keds I was not allowed to have. I'm sure if, like it was a part of a costume.
Oh yeah. I was a 50s girl for Halloween like every year.
You have the saddle shoe.
Yeah, I think I did. And my skirt, I didn't have a poodle skirt because the easiest one was the record.
Oh,
So I had a record
I get
skirt.
it.
Yeah,
I
my
get
mom made
it
it for me,
I get it.
My mom made it. And I wore it a lot of years. And then I had like cousins that had like Letterman jackets and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Halloween was a big deal. Like we would go to my grandma's house. And it was cold for Halloween. We'd go to my grandma's house and she'd make sloppy joes, deviled eggs, and the deviled eggs had the green olive eyes and the pimento as the mouth and a candy corn as the nose.
Oh.
So good. And then we would go rain. It didn't matter. We would stay out late.
Because there wasn't a curfew.
There was not a curfew.
When did that start? I feel like after post 9/11, that's when they really
Probably, I don't know.
enforced curfews. But there was always kind of like, remember when it was called Devil's Night?
Well, Devil's Night is the night before.
Right. But before,
now
they
and
call it
they
Angel's Night.
Exactly.
So there was some sort of transition between angel. They're like, we don't want to call it devil. It makes it negative. Let's call it Angel's Night. And it was at the cusp of Devil's Night ending that they started implementing all these. Your kid has to be home by like 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock
weird.
if they're 18.
And I think like, and didn't they have like age groups?
It was tiered for sure. I don't know if it still
gosh.
is, but it was definitely tiered. And now, I know you know what I'm talking about. Kids aren't even trick or treating. They're like going in a minivan.
Yeah.
And a mom is like dropping them off in front of a house, lets the kids get out, and then they go back in the car.
That's crazy. See, we would drive to this like one neighborhood.
Like you drive to a school parking lot or something,
Right.
right?
And then we would park the car on the end of the side street,
That's
and then
not
we'd
the same
walk
thing.
up and down or whatever, and then we'd get to the car, then move further over and stuff. Yeah, we did that kind of stuff. But
yeah, and even then at the time as a kid, you're like, wow, I wish I had that.
right.
Because that to me is acceptable, but like you being a little like, neighborhood of make-believe trolley.
Yeah.
Like what?
Kids have it so
What are you
easy,
doing?
man.
What are you doing?
They have
That's
it
not trick-or-treating.
It's not trick-or-treating.
And during Halloween, people wear mustaches.
They do.
Sometimes I have a slight mustache.
You know who has a good mustache? Wait,
Mine's
does
pretty
he have
good
a mustache?
sometimes.
Hulk Hogan.
That's an iconic mustache.
That's an iconic. He still has it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he dyes it, doesn't he?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, that is a bright blonde. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know anything about that, but I know men like the Just for Five, the Grecian formula, so they like dye this and this or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if that's what makes it Grecian.
Okay, I don't know.
But I remember seeing the commercials and they did it with like a little toothbrush.
Oh my.
I mean, I never thought of male pattern baldness as something that hurts their ego. Because like if I see a bald man, I'm just like, you're bald or you're old.
I have definitely
But it's a big deal to dudes.
Been into some bald dudes, man.
But like some dudes though, like it affects like their their confidence.
Yeah.
That's when they start wearing hats, and I'm like,
But doesn't that make it worse?
that's an old wives' tale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm like, men. You kind of always say, oh, as men get older, they become more distinguished. As a woman ages, it's not so much.
Yeah.
And I feel like the baldness is like that. Not boomerang, not Easter egg. What am I thinking?
I don't know.
It's like the hitch and the giddy up
Oh.
to becoming distinguished as a male. Because if you don't like embrace the baldness or just
You
accept
have
it's
to.
coming,
You have to, yes.
like you could be all as bald as you want.
Well, there are a lot of men that what they do is that as they start to go like balding or whatever, they just shave it all
Yeah.
off, and they commit to the bald.
They're like, I saw this coming.
It's happening.
I'll accept it, kind
Right.
of thing. And I guess that is like annoying. Not quite as annoying as like menstruating. Well, I don't know. I'm not a man. Not yet.
I mean,
I'm not a man.
come on. Yeah, ew. No. That's how I feel about that.
I think it is out of place when a man shaves his head completely and he has a mustache. You see it a lot.
You do. You see a lot. I feel like I see a lot of those. I see a lot of the bald with the hair on the side. And
The power donut.
that's just, yeah. Is
But
that what that's
just-
called?
That's what I call it. I've heard it somewhere, so probably. But that is like either you're just letting nature run its course,
Okay.
or you're not aware.
Yeah.
I remember comb overs were a thing.
Oh,
is
gosh,
it like was
yeah.
it a thing of the 90s or was it a thing?
I don't know.
Because like I feel like now it's like whatever.
Or like toupees.
yeah, I feel like that was an 80s 90s thing.
I feel like that was.
but I feel like there are good toupees walking around.
Oh, there has to be.
I mean, what's the difference between that and wearing a wig? If you want to wear a toupee, wear a toupee.
Right.
Like, good for you.
Just make sure it's secure.
Yeah, make it look good.
Make it look believable.
Yeah,
Right?
make an attempt.
Exactly. Sometimes that's all it's about, just making an attempt. Yeah, I don't think I've ever known anybody to wear a toupee.
I don't know anyone that has, like, personally, but I feel like as a child, like, standing in line at the post office, like, I've seen
Some
a
bad-
gentleman
yeah.
or two who were mailing something that their secretary forgot.
Yep.
So they're standing in line pissed off, and they were donning a toupee. So, but again, that was the 90s.
Gosh.
So I don't know if that's like,
That feels like so long ago.
it was.
I know. Let's talk about the fact that, like, now the year 2000 is the of age. That,
I did not realize that, and I'm angry now.
because it made me think, like, the 90s, you know, like, now when you look at somebody's ID, if you see a 19 at the front,
They're good.
You're good. Come on, man. Come on. That's when I graduated high school.
I just started high school in the year 2000. I remember Y2K,
Yep.
and that ended up being fine.
Totally fine.
100% fine. What else? 2000-y.
Well, 2001.
Came after 2000.
9/11.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my sophomore year of college.
It was my sophomore year of high school. I remember I was in Spanish class struggling to conjugate a verb into the present perfect whatever tense. The announcement goes off about what had just happened.
They
Turns
made an
off.
announcement
Yeah, they
for the PA.
over the PA. Then it
Wow.
stopped. And then I was like, I heard what it said, and I was like, in my head, are you still going to make me conjugate this verb? And she did.
Of course she did.
She stared at me for like 5 minutes.
That's a good teacher, though.
And then the bells rang.
Did they
She
dismiss you
was-
guys?
No, we had to finish the rest
had
of
to finish the rest of
Yeah,
it?
because as far as the logistics of, if parents wanted to pick you up, you could, but the logistics I think were weird. But she was not the ultimate Spanish teacher.
Okay. All right.
We'll have that conversation another day.
Oh, absolutely. Sounds like we might. Yeah, no, I was working in the admissions office, and I got into work, and the first thing I always would do would be turn the radio on, and there was some chatter amongst like some of the other workers or secretaries that were in the office, and I was like, oh, I don't know what that's about, and I just.
You almost didn't realize what a big deal it was until it was a big deal.
Right. And then when I turned the radio on, I heard them announcing the second tower being hit. Like that was insane.
I know my dad, he was at the hospital and he said he saw the second one, like, because they had the footage.
Yeah.
And then he said he saw the second one just.
Gosh. It was just like
just
the
really
world
sad.
stopped.
Definitely.
The whole world stopped.
And the weird thing was, is I actually got the opportunity to visit the memorial
Yeah,
museum.
I did. Yeah, okay.
And it just, I remember they have like a timeline of events, and just sitting there and watching it, like I had just chills because I remembered it so well.
Yeah, I remember going to Ground Zero probably my junior or senior year of college when we were on choir tour, because my junior year we did our overnights like in the city where we had the full day off was in New York, and then my senior year we basically spent the whole week in New York at this like campground type thing. But yeah, pretty powerful.
Was the
being there.
museum up yet then?
No, we didn't go see a museum. We didn't see a museum, but there was like it was like a monument.
Yeah, and I think they
Yeah.
built. I wish I remembered, but I think they used that because, like, when you walk through the
Yeah.
we should go. When you go through it, like, you see the original base of it. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's definitely worth the visit. But like, you could also see kids walking around like having no idea. What
No
it was.
idea. They have no idea. And then I remember like in my poli-sci class my senior year, 9/11 was in our textbook. Like already, it just seemed like, yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, it was history making.
oh, absolutely.
This is so weird because I thought mustaches would be fun, and we got
Yeah.
here. That was like kind of like when you try to skip a
I have
rock.
a call coming in from our friend.
Really, right now?
Yeah.
Answer it.
I can't on here. My phone is over
Oh,
there.
that's too bad. Okay, so we're back. So we were talking about mustaches, and then we ended up on the subject of 9/11, and I thought mustaches were going to be funnier, so maybe we should pull a reverse and flip that and reverse it kind of thing, and
I put
maybe...
my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
Yeah. So let's go back to mustaches.
Yeah,
And
mustaches.
let's trickle on down that way again.
See, when I hear mustache, I think not appropriate.
I also... I was going to say that I kind of think about the Village People.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about icons.
Those are icons.
I mean, if I ever became like a singer, songwriter, artist,
Okay.
I'd want a song like that.
Oh, yeah.
That like goes
That
through
like
the decade.
everyone, yeah.
Very recognizable.
Absolutely.
You know? And the idea that there's a dance to it is just like the icing on the... I was going to say piñata, but that's wrong.
I was going to say donut.
Ooh.
Icing on a donut sounds good.
Like a Krispy Kreme donut. Oh, yeah. How good are Krispy Kreme donuts?
Remember when we got those chocolate covered Krispy Kreme? Oh, man.
Those were yum, but...
They were good. I couldn't do too many of those.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
They were small, too.
They were rich.
They were deceivingly small, so you thought you could eat 15 of them, but you should not.
Oh, gosh, no. My belly could not handle 15 of those.
Could you imagine a man with a mustache eating something with icing
Ew.
on it?
Oh.
I don't know why. I just
ew, I can't.
I just pictured like a man like going like Tasmanian devil on it.
Ew.
You know who the Tasmanian
I absolutely know who the Tasmanian
Okay.
devil is.
Just making sure.
That would be really messy.
Ew.
Like, You ever kissed a guy that had a mustache kind of
Yes.
thing? And it's like over their lips, so it tickles their lip. I hate that. Trim it, man. Trim. You want me to shave?
Yeah, there's that. That's the thing I remember because I was talking about my mustache a little bit. Like,
Okay.
you know, ladies have mustaches of
A
sorts.
little bit.
And I was aware of it, right? Because I have darker hair, sort of. But I dated a guy. Let's call him Ivan.
Okay.
Dated a guy named Ivan. Great guy. Didn't really have facial hair or anything, but we were talking about, like, what are, like, your turnoffs?
Yeah.
And he said, well, when a woman has, like, facial hair. And then I, like, immediately went, like, covered my mustache.
Oh, man.
And he's like, you don't have one. And then he started looking harder.
Oh.
And then he's like, oh, I see it.
Oh, come on, man.
Like, you don't necessarily look at me and think of a mustache.
No.
But it is something I'm very hypersensitive
Oh,
about.
yeah, absolutely.
Very aware about.
Yes. And I feel like it gets worse the older we get.
Well, we get those, like, witch hairs.
Ugh,
I have
hate
so
them.
many
I
witch hairs.
know.
I'm on top of them, though, for the most part.
Yeah.
But I feel like I sprung, like, 2 or 3 during the panini.
Well, that was what was also good about having to wear masks, right? Like,
Yeah. Oh, my God, yeah.
And then when you took them off, you're like, oh shit, man.
Or you felt it, like,
Ah,
scraping.
it's the worst.
And sometimes, like, you go at it with tweezers, right?
Ugh.
And then you snap that hair.
Ugh.
You know, like, you just use too much pressure.
Ow.
And you go and
Yeah.
it doesn't go, the hair breaks.
Yeah, it breaks.
So-
and then it's too short.
So trim your beards if you want us to be hairless.
Exactly.
That it's just so unfair. And here's the thing. I feel like our attention to our facial hair has to be, like, secret.
Yes.
Like, you don't want to know that we're doing that.
Exactly.
Because then it's admitting that we have mustaches.
right.
Sometimes I'm just like, maybe I should just let it happen.
Just let it go.
I mean, my facial hair.
I was like, I'm just gonna grow a full-on beard by the
I
time
thought
I'm
about
50.
it. Like, if I just grew a Fu Manchu, like, it would go, right?
I don't think it's gonna
I
go
would-
like that. I really
I would
don't think.
I would make it.
I
I'm
don't
very
think
good
you
at
can,
things.
unless you start taking like testosterone.
No, but
stuff.
it wouldn't be
You're very good at.
I'm
You're
very
gonna
good.
you're gonna make your facial hair grow.
Well, not make it grow, but I could carve it into.
Oh,
I could add pencil.
you are a whiz with the pencil.
I don't know. My brows are good right now. They might be washed out
No,
because
it
it's
looks- it
podcast
looks
first,
good.
not what we look like.
It looks pretty good from what I can tell.
Yeah, and then the second you look at the video, you're like, "What?
Sorry, man.
You had a booger that whole time?"
Oops.
No, but my facial hair. I was really thinking about just, like, growing it, and I knew you wouldn't necessarily judge me. I think you'd question it. I think you would have probably thought I gave up on life at that point if I had a full-on Fu Manchu. I don't even know if I'm saying it right.
I think you are.
But, like, I think I could do it.
We could do it with your hair.
Well, yeah, that's why I got the inspiration. I would dye it blonde, too, even though my hair is natural.
I see?
Like,
Just a little, just
like a little taste.
Yeah, just cross them over.
Like this.
Yeah.
But I'd want it, like,
Oh.
longer. Like, way longer. Like this. Like, I think I could make it. I could do it.
It's that's good.
But I don't think, like, again, I don't think you would judge me.
No,
Because you would
I
understand.
support you.
But I will tell you, ever since Yvonne made that statement, it actually made me feel less beautiful.
That's tough,
Like,
man.
who are you, man? Like, you kind of, he had it going for him in every direction, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but I have facial hair. I know you don't struggle with it.
Oh, no, I do.
I feel like I got one of your witch hairs once in Mexico. Mexico! And I remember, I don't know if it was you, it was somebody. Why are you packing those tweezers? First of all, you made me feel bad about having facial hair.
Oh, man.
But good thing I brought them.
Yeah.
I plucked all my witch hairs before I left.
Yeah.
It was
I forgot about it.
But it was just one.
Yeah.
And I was like, she only has one?
Yeah, I get it like right here.
Yeah.
Not so much on this. I don't get it on
that's
this
where
side.
mine are.
It's just one. It's just like
You
on
know
this
what?
side.
We're going to look that up as to why. Maybe there's a reason why they stem here.
I don't know.
I'm unsure. On the chin area. I'm pointing to my chin.
And like here.
Yeah, I guess a little thicker here.
Yeah, yeah. They used to not exist on me. At least I don't think it did.
For me, it wasn't a thing, but I became aware of it and I always maintained it. But then Yvonne said something about it.
Screw him.
And then I really,
I know. I think
honed
I
in it.
remember that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm weird like that.
That's
It's like I kind of come off as a badass, right? But I'm a very sensitive flower. Like, you got to keep me. Your house better have a greenhouse if you want to put up with all of this. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
I don't need dechlorinated water,
No.
but I better be climate controlled. I'm a tropical plant. Probably like 2 steps beyond a Venus flytrap,
Oh, wow.
but 1 step behind an orchid, if that's...
I was thinking orchid.
Yeah, I'm not an orchid.
You're
though.
not an orchid.
I'm not that delicate.
I was just going to say you're not delicate at all, but you are not delicate. I mean, well, you can be.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like weird, too. I feel like things happen and you're probably like, oh my God, that's the last thing I thought that would have made you fall to pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's never anything to do with you. It's the
No.
situation.
Yeah.
You're like, didn't see that one. Didn't see it coming.
Didn't see it. Oh my gosh.
What was it? Yeah, expectations of my facial hair. Lift them.
Absolutely. None. Poof.
No,
No.
I was rubbing my mustache.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, you didn't look bad. You didn't look bad. We could put a little ninja suit on you.
That'd be a journey.
That would be. We get your hair up and a cool
I
little.
mean, that'd be something else.
some
Like
chopsticks up in there.
another project that just. Why did I start that?
We could make you into a Mortal Kombat with a K character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'd want to be a hot one, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't cross. Yeah, no, I won't grow a Fu Manchu.
I didn't think so. I didn't think that was going to happen. No. It would take away from your hair.
Or add to it. Technically, by numerals, yes, it'd be adding to my hair.
I just think the maintenance, man, to the shades.
You don't think I would maintain it?
I know, but just think how that's a lot of work.
But I'm not afraid of hard work.
Oh, I know that.
I think it'd be a little weird for my hairdresser.
Absolutely.
But I feel like I'd try to do it myself first. You know?
Is that a good idea?
No.
Is it ever a good idea to do that to your hair by yourself?
No, I don't.
Never.
And the times that I have, never again.
Yeah, I mean, I did use box color, and
I think we
it was
all have.
okay. Yeah,
We all
and
have.
it wasn't bad. You know, I just
But it became a problem when you started to get your hair done. If there was any on it,
Yeah.
they're like, you used box color, didn't you? I actually saw an Instagram reel where they show why it's not a good idea. And they're like showing like how they do the color correction. And they're like, this one's ready to go. This one still needs like 3 more treatments. And you're just like, never again.
Thankfully, I've never had to go through color correction like that ever. I did my current hairdresser, because I used to switch from red to dark, like a dark brown. And with the dark brown, I would have fun with like peekaboo highlights, and I would put like purple, or I've done fuchsia in there or whatever. And just like peekaboos, they're just out a little bit, and then I can tuck them away, you know, for work, whatever, if I don't want them out. But I would switch back and forth. Well, red, while more difficult to maintain, it stays like into your like it stays in your hair.
It's one of the hardest ones to remove.
It's exactly. So when I wanted to switch when I wanted to switch back to going to the darker brown, and I didn't want all that red to show through, she had to do a color correction process on that. But she did it. It was a newer one where it wasn't as harsh on my hair, and all of that.
Well, also she knew what you wanted to go to next. Because remember that time I dyed my hair red?
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but I was like, man, I just want, like, I turned 30, so that's why I did it, thinking I could rock red. Not that I can't rock it, but I just it didn't suit me.
And that's okay.
And I went blonde less than a month again. And I remember seeing her face. She's like, we'll see what we can do, because red is one of the hardest ones to reverse.
Yeah.
But I did it with her, so she knew what went in there,
Exactly.
and she knew how, and she was used to my hair.
Right.
So she was able to get me back. She's like, I'm sorry, it's not where it was. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, this is what I wanted. Thank you. I just feel like I was not looking at myself.
Yep. A good hairdresser is.
If you can,
If
that's important to you. Like,
Yeah.
my hair wasn't really that important to me until I realized how lucky I was with the hair that I had. Because I literally,
You have great hair.
I just get up and I leave. I do. Like, it's almost annoying, I think, to other people.
I do that a lot more.
Oh, I
now.
definitely do it way more than I did before. But I mean, if I was in a bind, I could literally just get up and leave and no one would know the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pull my hair up in a bun on the top of my head and sleep with it that way. So when I get up, I take it down and just like run my fingers through it. Today I didn't do anything with it.
I
just
didn't
brushed it.
either.
That's
Still
it.
a little. But I mean, one time I actually had gum in my hair and I went to class. I didn't know till I got in the car.
Oh, man.
But no one noticed. It was
Where
like
was it at?
the back at the bottom. So when I got home, I just cut it.
Oh,
Because I was
man.
20 something and I didn't care and didn't think there were ramifications.
Yeah.
I remember, speaking of aging, I remember when I had braces, I had to get teeth removed and things filled in. And my mom was very keen on, I don't want her to have a silver filling. I will pay more for the one that matches.
the white
even
one,
though they
yeah.
don't last as long.
Yep.
She didn't want me to open my mouth and see a bunch of metal. And I was like, put all the metal in. I don't want to come back here. I hate the dentist.
You do hate the dentist.
It's, again, one of those things that you were probably surprised that I was so...
I know.
Like, I had to make her come with
I had
me.
to like hold your hand.
I almost didn't go in the building.
You almost did not. I thought about having to finding a way to get you out of the car and then locking you out of the car
Yeah.
so you couldn't get back in.
That's a smart move, but I'm glad I went in, though.
You did go. I was really proud of you.
Well, it's because it was like 89 or 98 degrees or something outside.
And it was also during the panini, so you had to call. And once you make that call, you're committed.
Yeah.
And you did it.
I did it. But, okay. So she was like, put that in there. And I'm like, all right, fine. She's putting it in. And then the dentist was like, well, these don't last as long. You're going to have to get them refilled in, probably 10 years or so. And I was 17 at the time. And I was like, that's like forever away.
Right.
Fast forward to like 30 when I was at a visit. They're like, oh, this looks like it's about time. And I was like, she was right.
Those doctors.
And she was a great dentist. She's not here anymore. But I just remember thinking, oh, that's so far away.
Yeah.
To me, that's a lifetime away. And it was after the 10 years. They're like, oh, you need some
I'm not ready to think about 10 years from now. I don't want to think about that
I
now.
do, because I feel like I'm going to figure myself out by then.
I hope so. I was more thinking for me. But here's the thing, right? So, in a couple of months, I'm turning 40.
Right.
Right? So, if I'm thinking 10 years from now, I'll be turning 50. And I don't want to think about turning 50 just yet. Let me get through 40.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. I already planned out my 40th birthday.
Ugh.
But it was on the coattails of thinking about your 40th birthday,
Yeah.
And in my mind, if I had unlimited resources, I would take your ass to Disneyland so we could go there, hang out in Anaheim, and then I'd take your ass to Hollywood, to LA, because you've never been.
Never been to California.
And that's what I wanted to do. But I'm like, man, I forgot how expensive Disney was, which is part of the reason why I don't like Disney. I priced it out.
It's a lot.
It would be cheaper for us to go, well, because I was thinking, oh, well, what do I want to do when I turn 40? With today's prices, pricing it out, a week's vacation, going to Japan, going to Hello Kitty Land, Pearl Land, or whatever it's called, finding like a cute place to stay. I picked something that was middle of the road. I mean, obviously there are more expenses, but it's almost up there with a week in Disneyland, like doing it the right way.
Man.
Not like doing Disneyland and then like I'd want to keep you in a resort, all of those things.
I get that. Yeah, no, I've never been to California. I've never been further west than Vegas.
But that's pretty west in the
It is.
contiguous United States.
Yes. No, I like, it was good. I liked that.
I'm trying to use my English.
You are doing a great job, young lady.
I've been doing pretty well.
You have been doing well.
I've been making up words. I'm doing so well.
That is also true.
But to be fair, when I make up words for stuff, people kind of just follow along. You were
Yeah.
the best at it, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Like, when I first met you and I started saying certain things, you just started saying them too. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
why not?
yes.
Absolutely.
The worst is when you have a friend that steals it and doesn't give you credit ever.
Yeah, I haven't made up any words.
That's not your strong suit.
It's not. Well, maybe horology is.
I think it's something like that.
Perhaps.
I mean, you don't know until you're exposed to it.
You don't. Done did, don't do.
Okay.
I don't know what
Those
I
are
just
noises.
said. Those are. Remember when we were? Remember when we'd be listening to Bruno Mars, and be like, "Who's it? His it? What's it? Who's it? Moon?"
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
No,
I took a stab in the dark.
it's like
And
put your pinky. Wait,
put your pinky
rings
rings up to the
moon. Yeah, that's
I got
what it is.
moon right.
You got moon.
and
Who's
that's
it? What's
and that's
it?
where it ends.
The moon.
Yeah, you can't. It's kind of like math. If you don't, I got the right answer.
Yes. That's how I was. With
Why are you up on my
physics.
grill? Got the right answer. Moon.
Moon. Got it.
Done.
Didn't
Signed,
you
sealed,
hate-
delivered.
Didn't you hate if you had the right answer but all the work was wrong?
Well-
you get it wrong.
Well, you would only get it. But it depends what level of math you're at too. Like in college, I feel like they're like, oh, thank God she got to the right answer.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to go through all the work. But if on a test it specifically says show your work, then your work better be right.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like all the math courses I took, I tried.
It was. I liked
I
it.
liked math too, but I mean, the math I was doing was hard.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I subjected myself to that either.
I don't know.
Like, why am I maintaining my mustache when I don't, or hiding it?
Right.
Maybe
Well-
I have a gorgeous mustache.
Oh my God.
I feel like you're kind of worried that I'm gonna.
I'm a little worried. I am a little worried.
She digresses.
That's a lot more hair products for you to purchase,
Oh yeah,
right? That's a lot more.
but it wouldn't be like, it'd be natural.
Are you so no maintenance?
Low maintenance.
Low maintenance.
Like, I feel like the stuff I use here, I would use here, but I wouldn't use like waxes because I don't like how that. If it was hanging, I'd want it to.
Are you gonna like curl it?
If I felt like it,
Why not?
I actually think I would be doing more of a flat iron.
Oh, who's that? Makeup artist? David. Oh man.
I wouldn't know.
And he is gorgeous. He's beautiful. He has beautiful, well maintained facial hair, and his hair is just long and flowy and gorgeous. And he does the best makeup on himself. And he just, he looks good. I wish you knew who I was talking about.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
That's okay. I'd show it to you, but
We can't because
We
our
can't.
phones are occupado.
occupado. They are.
We don't mean to spoil the magic, but that's the truth.
Have you ever done a magic trick successfully?
See.
What magic tricks what magic, I can't say the word.
Magic trick?
Magic trick.
I don't remember exactly what they were, but I know they didn't come from a kit. They came from components like around the home, and I could only do it. Wait, hang on a second. Nope. I could do card tricks. Does that count?
That's magic. It's a magic trick.
Yeah, but now I don't remember how to do them.
I don't know how to do any of them.
And sometimes I'd be like, did I do it right? And then the card would pop up, and I'd be correct.
I think I tried to do a card trick once, and it didn't work out very well for me.
You gotta practice.
Yeah.
But that's your overthinking it thing.
I know.
You're like, is it worth it for me to learn this magic trick?
So many missed opportunities for me.
But that's just it, that you did not find value in learning a magic trick.
Nope.
I, on the other hand, probably stayed up till like, I don't even remember. And I would like quiz myself. I was that person.
I believe that. I get it.
What a waste of time, though.
I mean,
Sometimes when I think about it. But I think, again, I would be successful with my mustache.
you're really sticking with this mustache,
I don't want to
man.
stick with it. I feel like you're doubting it.
No.
She's like, no, but don't do it. But I mean, you would probably get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
I'd be a literal bearded lady for Halloween.
You'd be a pretty bearded lady.
Yeah, so why are we stopping this?
I don't know.
What would my outfit be as a bearded lady?
A kimono with a Fu Manchu.
I feel like we're appropriating it that
That's
way.
okay. Yeah.
Reminder, everything we're saying during this podcast is our opinion.
Opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We mean no harm. We're just here to have a good time.
That's what Tuesday's
I feel
about.
like maybe it would be like, I'd be more like a, well, see, a gymnast doesn't really have like a costume.
No,
It'd have to
yeah.
be something, like maybe a lunch lady, bearded lady,
Oh, okay.
but not a lunch lady.
Or like a crosswalk lady?
Yeah,
Maybe a crosswalk lady?
maybe.
And if you're
What's
feeling-
a step up from that? A librarian. I'd be a bearded librarian lady.
I mean, librarians have degrees.
I thought you were about to
as
say
well.
librarians do have mustaches.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But they go to school for library science, I think,
they have
right?
a thing. Well, I wouldn't go to school. It's a costume.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry.
It's Halloween.
That's true. Who else? Oh, a bus driver. The school bus
But
driver.
I feel like that's on the level of like school stuff. Like
Okay.
what other?
Why am I thinking?
Maybe like a warrior princess.
Oh,
Beard, like a Xena.
Xena.
Bearded
the
lady.
bearded warrior princess.
I had to get muscles.
You could paint him on.
Could.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Just carve it out.
Airbrush.
Oh, yeah.
Real airbrush, not like Photoshop. Or we could just Photoshop a different body.
That seems like an awful lot of work.
Well, I had to just grow the mustache, and you just take my picture.
Does that mean you wear a green? Oh, what if you just wear like a green suit
Oh, yeah.
down and then
I could
it
be
just-
invisible, just my head.
Oh. Oh man. You could be like
Lady Chew.
Lady Chew. You don't have any hands.
Well, I'm getting into character.
Oh, okay.
Very
Whoa.
method over here.
I mean, you could be the abominable snowman.
I'm not tall enough yet.
Stilts.
Okay. I'll do it.
You could
Stilts.
rock
said
some stilts.
I need to learn how to do that. I still need to learn how to ride my unicycle.
Oh, yeah, man.
Can't find one for a good price. And you know I'm not going to pay full price. Why
Oh,
would I?
gosh.
You know there are many Americans that probably have unicycles that said, just like me, I'm going to learn how to ride a unicycle. Didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
We need to find me a unicycle.
Okay.
We should put unicycle
If
in
any
both.
of you have a unicycle,
Can you hook me up?
And you can hook her up for like, less than $5 probably.
I mean, I'm a reasonable
Okay.
lass.
Okay.
I'll figure. I don't know what the market prices
We'll
are.
look it up.
Yeah, again,
We can look it up. We can look it up.
can
What
do
market
that.
price is.
and then lower than that.
Is there like a Kelly Blue Book for a unicycle?
I feel like
Is
yeah.
that-
Well, I mean, the tires are probably the main.
Oh yeah, I bet
main
that's hard to.
point.
Gosh, man.
I feel like the unicycles we may find will have tire rot
Okay.
because they've been sitting in the garage because they didn't ride their unicycles. Because if you got a unicycle and you could ride that thing, you better believe I'd be riding it from
You'd
here
be
to
riding
there.
everywhere.
She'll be coming around that mountain.
Oh wow, that's talent. Coming around a mountain in a unicycle
With my
with your Fu Manchu, bitch.
That's a
Come
sight
on,
to see. You
That
better
is
pull out your camera,
Oh
ladies
man,
and gentlemen.
Guinness Book of World Records. What?
You know, it's funny that we're talking about unicycles because it's funny. And didn't I bring up earlier about why were the old timey bicycles? Like the
Oh
wheels
yeah,
were so
and
big,
they're so thin.
skinny.
Yeah.
I mean, at least
But they have that
depicted-
giant big wheel, and then
and it
yeah,
caboose.
yeah.
like how'd they get up there?
Do you sit up at there was like a ladder?
I think there was a ladder. You know what? Well, let's say what we think it is because this is our opinion.
I mean, I think a ladder.
I think it was a ladder or like it
For
somehow
sure.
leaned against like the house
Okay.
and you like
Climb the house?
well there might be a ladder on the house.
Could be.
I would rather climb up onto a stable surface
Okay.
and leap onto it. Well,
But what if it's like one of those step stool things, like for your dog to get up to the?
I don't think it is.
No?
Because I feel like it'd have to be somewhat portable. So did they just have little ladder stations?
Maybe.
Like you got to the market.
or maybe there's like a thing like how
like boats.
like when you're getting on a when you're getting on a horse, like the saddle, you like put your foot up and you.
But that's pretty high up off the ground. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
you do that and there's like a stick.
Yeah, maybe.
And then you just javelin your other leg over.
Yeah. Maybe it's a 2-person job.
But I really think, like, what you're riding your bike, you're going to market to get the fresh parsleys that Samantha asked for.
Samantha.
You find the stand where the parsleys live. Mm-hmm. How do you stop, get off, and go, They
I don't
probably
know.
had those little ladder stations everywhere.
I
But
would
we can
think so.
verify that.
We could.
This could be a lot of misinformation.
We don't know what we're talking about for real. This is our opinion. These are things that we think about sometimes.
Yeah, it's our imagination.
Yeah.
But these bikes did exist.
They did exist.
I remember seeing them in textbooks as a child.
Yes.
And being like, I don't want that bike.
No. Well, I didn't really have a bike when I was younger very much. Like I didn't really get a bike until I was like in middle school. Because we didn't live on we didn't have sidewalks.
Right.
And then we moved. And yeah, I don't think I got an actual bike until middle school. And then I rode that bike everywhere. My friends and I would meet up. We'd all ride on our bikes just to meet up to hang
but
out.
if you were born in like 1920, I don't think that'd be the case for y'all.
Oh, God, no. Probably not. They didn't have McDonald's back then.
Did they? No, they didn't.
No.
I mean, McDonald's is a giant force. McDonald's and Disney, they're crazy.
Oh, yeah. McDonald's has the best pop.
Yeah, I mean, fountain soda's pretty good. I enjoy it. But see, if I'm having my soda of choice is Diet Coke. But if I'm getting fountain soda, anything goes. Like when I go to IKEA, I like to get that lingonberry whatever
Yeah.
it is. I mean, you've only gone with me like twice, and the first time it was closed.
It was closed, yeah.
That's disappointing.
It was. You know what was real disappointing? When we found that shelf that we liked for you, and they didn't have it in the color that you wanted. It wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't.
But at least you got an idea.
Oh yeah.
It's in life,
Yeah, it's
in real
sturdy.
life. Yeah. Solid. For sure. I'm not as well versed in the way of IKEA. I have not actually bought anything from IKEA.
And I understand that. I mean, IKEA is really, like, I've heard the term knock-around furniture. It's not meant to stay in your home for, like, ever. Like, your grandma's old armoire.
Right.
Those are, like,
Yeah, absolutely.
pieces that are meant to be part of, like, an institution. But IKEA, their designs are very modern,
Yes.
very clean, and a lot of them go together. But you wouldn't expect to, like, keep them for more than 10 years.
Yeah. Well, I like, and I like that you go and you can see a whole room put together there. And like, really,
very exciting.
It is. And really, if you wanted to, you could just be like, I want that.
And I like how they say the dimensions of the, like, even if they're like, this is what a 150-foot square home setting would be. And they, even in the inside, they say, this is your kitchen, it's this big, your bathroom is this big. Because then you can actually visualize it, and you could be like you said, I want this bathroom done.
Right. God, that's so much easier.
These are the measurements of my bathroom. My bathroom is set up like this. Ho hum.
Ho hum.
Let's get it done.
Well, I think mustaches, I think we covered mustaches pretty good. You know what's a good mustache? Milk mustache.
I don't like milk.
I like it for milk and cookies.
I feel like it's very, like your pasta, it's very specific.
Yeah.
Milk, like cold milk is weird to me.
That's what growing up, I had a glass of milk with dinner every night with my mom. She'd have ice water, I'd have a glass of milk with my dinner. That was the thing. And I even do that now. I don't cook as much now just because my work hours are so weird. I don't want to cook like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I just don't want to do it. So, but when I do cook, a lot of times I will have a glass of milk with my dinner. It's been a while since I really cooked.
Yeah, I'm just not into
That's okay.
milk. I mean, I feel like I should be, but I'm not.
Does the body good.
I feel this is bad, but the Last Supper that you ever cooked me that I remember, because I know we've had other suppers after this, was that night.
I'm trying to think.
Not the night the dog attacked me.
Oh.
But with all the phone calls.
Yeah. I don't remember what I cooked.
It was fish.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good, though, too.
Yeah. That was when I was doing those plated meals, I think, right?
But I know that that's not necessarily what you mean about cooking.
Yeah.
But that was the last meal I remember.
But that is cooking.
Yeah.
It's just that they
have everything there for you.
Yeah, all the ingredients are there. Mm-hmm. I don't have to measure as much.
Don't waste anything.
Exactly.
And then I think, the fish I remember that being so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Because that day was just hard for me. But then that night that you made the one with the chickens.
With the chicken skin?
That was
oh
so
my
good.
God. Yes.
I wanted like a bowl of that chicken
Just
skin.
the chicken skin. I eat like chips, man.
Yeah, that's what I was like, a bowl of chicken skins.
Can you just buy just chicken skins?
I feel like
to fry?
somewhere you could.
Probably.
I feel like somewhere, or I feel like it's already a finished product.
Oh, yeah.
Crunch for the road.
A crunch for the road. So good.
Is the right amount of salt.
Was it a chicken adobo type of thing?
I feel like yes, just because of the kind of cut it was.
Yeah, it was like a thigh, I
but
think.
like, you took the skin off. Like, I think we weren't supposed to eat the skin, but we ate it anyway.
Yeah. Because it was delicious.
It looked amazing. It was like still the shape.
Oh, so good. Those were so good. I liked those plated meals. They were one of my favorites as far as, because I tried that. I tried like Hello Fresh. There was another one. I tried a few of them. In general, those were the plated ones. That was the brand, were my favorite recipes.
Yeah.
But I am by myself most of the time.
Right.
And they all were for 2 people. So if I got 5 meals, that's 10 meals, and that was a lot for me. I felt like I was throwing a lot of food away, but I remember bringing them over on Tuesdays and cooking them.
That was like the thing. Like, I had a gig at night, so I would leave for like however long, and then come back home to my wife.
Yep.
And
Cooking
chicken
dinner.
skins.
Cooking dinner. Oh, remember when I made that Jamaican jerk pasta?
That was really good.
Yeah, I just
That
I
was
just did that
like-
off this flying by the seat of my
That
pants.
was like
Wait.
Bahama Breeze good.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it reminded me
I just
of.
ate there not long ago before my hair appointment. My mom and I had lunch
Oh.
there. Yeah, last
I
Wednesday.
haven't been there. Yeah, it was a moment since I've been there.
The last time I was there for my birthday, like a million years ago. It was a while ago. I remember the shirt I was wearing. It was like a
What was
kind of,
it?
it was like kind of like a corally color, coral and like cream color.
Had to be
Kinda
early
flowery.
2000s, I feel like. Or mid.
Yeah, oh, I got married in 2007.
So, okay.
So, yeah, it was
Maybe
probably like
2009.
probably around there. Yeah,
Because when you said coral,
and my hair was pretty short at the time. Yeah, it sounds about right.
I don't remember what
I didn't
was
know
doing.
you then. I know that much. I do remember my ex-husband got me plastic golf club set and said that he was buying me. We were going to Carl's Golfland, or whatever, because he was a golfer. We were gonna go there and get me my golf clubs, like for real, because I was gonna learn, how to play, and that never happened.
I got my brother's hand-me-down golf set.
Okay.
Here's the thing. He was left-handed,
Oh,
and I am not.
no, you are not.
But I was expected to learn. I felt like I was expected to learn on that set because
Yeah.
why would you give me that golf set?
That's horrible.
Yeah. But I mean, when I dance and stuff, I do everything to the left.
Yes.
So I was like, well, that's not too far off.
My mom is left-handed.
But I'm right-handed.
My mom is left-handed for writing, but she does everything else right-handed. She throws a ball, she does everything. She eats right-handed, but she writes left-handed. And she doesn't have that like hook thing. She like writes like she's writing right-handed. Mm-hmm. And she's a very light.
There's only a few people I know that are left-handed that do the hook. I think it's just a matter of how you learn it. Like my mom, she was left-handed, but the nuns made her switch. Mm-hmm. And she said when she wrote with her right hand, that's when she started out with the hook. Like she
Oh,
was
wow.
forced to put her hand in her like jumper pocket and then write with her right hand, and it took a long time for her to learn how to. It's I guess like a weird control thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, I remember her telling me that, and she said that when I was little, she would see me reaching for everything with my left hand. So she would just kind of throw it into my right hand to get me used to that, because she's like, not that I wanted to fight nature, which is kind of fighting nature.
Oh, absolutely.
But she was like, I knew your life would be easier if you were right-handed.
Yeah.
But then it became a problem because I'm dancing, and then why can't I do this
Right.
this way? And then she was like, oh yeah, I was left-handed. You were supposed to be left-handed too. I'm like,
Wow.
exactly. Like my stomach just fell out of my ass when I heard that. Like, what?
Wow. Messing with nature, man. Messing with nature.
But I'm actually glad she made me right-handed, because I remember in grade school, like when we'd switch classrooms, specifically going to religion class.
The desks.
Yes, there was one left-handed desk,
Oh, man.
and there were 3 left-handed people in my class. It was like a war for the left-handed desk. Or you didn't want the left-handed desk.
Right. You don't want to be ostracized.
Right. And I remember, like, they would need special left-handed scissors. And I'm like, wait, can't you just cut? Like, you can't. I
No.
tried cutting with the left-handed scissor with my right hand. You can't do it.
I don't know
You
that
know
I've
what
ever-
we should do? We should buy some and test this theory
See
out.
what it's
'cause I
like.
remember specifically not being able to. Like, the paper just would flip through the blades.
Well, when I broke my wrist, I broke my right wrist, so I had to do my makeup with my left hand. Thankfully, one of the most difficult things I would say that a lot of people would probably have had is mascara. But I already, like, 'cause, a lot of people will do like their right eye. If they're right-handed, they'll do their right eye, and then they'll, go over it with their left eye and
I always
using
did.
the right. But I switch off. And I'm like good at, doing my left hand. And I do that a lot of times too with my when I'm doing my brushing, my eyeshadow stuff too. So I'll go back and forth.
I feel like I do it that way too, because I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
Because I do like used to with my. Actually, no. When I do the brows, I still keep it in my right hand, but it's a very lazy right hand.
It was hard. It was hard getting used to it. Like having to, I had a lot of little tricks that I did. I used a lot of little tools. It was a pain in the ass, man. You don't realize it until
You need to.
Ugh.
Or you broke your arm. Like I remember, like any injury I had, like just trying to like compensate a different way. You know, you know how when people hold crutches and they have like an affected limb, like meaning a leg, right? Because they're doing the thing.
Yeah.
Boom, there's your support. Boom, you swing your body, there's your support. And they kind of like bend their knee and the foot goes backwards, right?
Yeah.
I was with one of my dear friends and I was going like a mile a minute. I was like, wait, why don't we just put the leg in front? So I swung it in front, took a step forward, and then my toe grazed the ground and it felt like lightning went up into my nose holes,
That's horrible.
into my eyeballs. And I just so I was like mid swing and I like twisted and fell sideways. I was laughing the whole time because I was like, wait, why do we hold our leg like this when we're with crutches? And then I threw it in front and it just
Oh, man.
So there's a reason why people do it like that, but I was like, I feel weird like having my like little foot dangling back there.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe if I passe my leg. But I didn't quite get there.
No, you did not.
My toe touched the
No,
ground.
you did not. Ow. Ooh. Did it scrape?
No, it was like my toe touched the ground, but because there's
The pressure.
the tiny pressure on my big toe.
That makes my
I
my
named her
innards.
Gladys. That's the name of my big toe. Gladys touched the ground. And she said,
No.
oh,
no,
hell
ma'am,
no.
Pam.
She
No.
just said no.
No.
I am out of commission. I am on vacation.
That is a hard no.
And I just twisted sideways, just the sticks, and then like falling on the crutches.
Well, I remember when I had my cast, like I think one of the hardest things to get used to was not reacting to things. Like if I was trying to balance something or whatever and I went to drop it, my reflexes are pretty good. And I'm like, I've stopped many a glass from breaking on the ground.
Same.
Okay. And my initial reaction is to go for it with my right hand a lot. And just that reaction, that was enough to like, so having to get used to not reacting, like not allowing my reflexes to react and respond that way with my right hand, that was hard because otherwise I was in pain. I was in a lot of pain. So
we go from mustaches to pain.
Mustaches to pain with a Fu Manchu in the middle. Unicycles. We're going to,
All sorts
again,
of things.
if you find a unicycle,
Let me know.
hit us up.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can find us on social media. We're on
Yep.
Instagram. I don't do Facebook personally, but maybe we'll get a page up
We
at
might
some
get
point.
one. Yeah.
You can find us at numerals 100, then letters % Tuesday on
Absolutely.
Instagram. We're working on the website.
Yeah.
But I guess it's that time.
I think it's that time. We are going to draw. So each week we pick a new topic, see where we're going to start off, and then wherever the journey takes us is where it takes us. But let's see where we're starting this time. Don't look, you can't cheat.
I didn't look.
Okay. I'm just
You know how I feel about rules.
She's a rule follower, folks.
Okay. Ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Oh, no.
Know what?
The word is running.
Oh, come on, man.
Like, I don't even want to think about this.
Oh, okay.
Running.
I mean, we can do it.
It's not jogging.
I'm not running. For real.
Well, that's
goals.
the word.
That's
so
the word.
Hold us to it. We're going to get the conversation going after some housekeeping, and we will see where running takes our conversation.
Maybe running around the block.
No.
Running around the couch?
Possible.
Yes, possible. After your triple axel
Yeah.
Lutz thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on 100% Tuesday podcast. I'm Code Red.
And this is your resident blonde Asian saying, we work hard to be your number one choice in background noise.
Ooh. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.